para sa mga lingkod bayan na tulad ko, na walang ibang hinangad kundi magtrabaho ng tapat para sa bayan. Sana may pakita ng sitwasyon na ito ang totoong diwa ng bagong Pilipinas na ating hinahangad, kung saan
Magandang araw mga babayan. So isa sa mga nakita natin na deliberation or hearing sa loob ng House of Representatives ay itong pagpupundo ng Mindanao Development Authority, mga kababayan, or MINDA in short. Dito mga babayan, no? May nakita tayong lumang video na kung saan napapaisip ako bakit kaya kinakaltasan nila taon-taon itong pundo ng MINDA or Mindanao Development Authority na kung saan ang ganda naman po ng layunin pagdating sa may mga rehabilitasyon sa bagyo, may mga kalamidad, andyan naman po ang MINDA. Pero bakit tila bagay ginaganon nila ang pundo ng Mindanao? O eto mga babayan na ipapakita ko sa inyo. Meron tayong nakulikot lang na video, no? Pasensya na kayo at medyo mahaba-haba ito, siguro mga 8 minutes. Ayan, papakita ko lang sa inyo kung bakit, ganito pala yung ginawa nila, no, sa Mindanao. Pinaiyak po nila itong si Ma'am Mabel Sungha Acosta, no, ng Davao City. Dating chairwoman ng MINDA. No? O ito po, ipapakita ko po sa inyo at kayo na po ang humusga. Kung gaano at kung ano ang ginagawa nila dito sa Mindanao Development Authority na kung saan ay napaiyak nga si Ma'am Mabel Sungha Acosta. Grabe, no? Kawawa naman po mga babayan. O eto na po mga babayan, pero bago ang lahat, gusto ko munang magpasalamat, naging 30,000 subscribers na tayo. Baka naman po sa mga hindi po nakapag-subscribe, please like and share po. Like and share po tayo. Maraming salamat. O eto na po sa video. Let's go.
this is the first time in the history of the Philippines wherein a cabinet position that is not vacant and already occupied was assigned to yet another person. This resulted in 2 appointees for only 1 position. In this situation, I was appointed by former President Rodrigo Duterte as chairperson of the Mindanao Development Authority on January 13, 2022. I took my oath of office before Judge Janice Celestial on January 17, 2022. However, on May 13, 2024, Secretary Leo Magno, who is already holding the position of Presidential Assistant for Eastern Mindanao, was appointed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to the same position that I currently hold. He eventually took his oath of office before Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin on May 21, 2024. Honestly, I had the biggest shock of my life. It felt literally like my heart stopped beating for a few moments. I have had sleepless nights and an upset stomach due to the overwhelming stress. I cannot bear the embarrassment and humiliation. I could not fathom why there is another appointment for the same post that I am currently holding. I ask myself, what did I do wrong? What did I do to deserve such disrespect? I do not recall having done anything wrong in the conduct of my duties. Prior to Leo Magno's appointment, I have not received any formal communication from Malacanang. I have no quarrel with the stand of the other camp that the President has the authority to appoint because that is correct. There is no question on the matter. But regarding term of office and removal, we go back to the point that there is such a thing as Republic Act 9996 or the Mindanao Development Authority Act of 2010, Section 7, which explicitly states that the chairperson shall serve a term of 6 years from the date of his or her appointment unless removed for cause. I do not have any pending civil, administrative, or criminal case before the proper courts. I am also not convicted of any crime. Simply said, there is no prerequisite cause. I have not received even a single memo from Malacanang about any misconduct. The post is also not a position of trust in the sense that I do not keep confidential information to warrant such. My mandate, as stated in RA 9996, Section 3, clearly says to promote, coordinate, and facilitate the active and extensive participation of all sectors to effect the socio-economic development of Mindanao, which I have done diligently to the best of my ability. My presence in Malacanang are only for special meetings wherein I represent Minda. I was never even called to a single regular cabinet meeting. But I regularly attend the NEDA board meetings because I am an ex-officio member. It is because of my post as Minda chair. The continuity and stability of the integrated development of Mindanao is vital. That is why, from the Executive Order 512 series of 1992 establishing MEDCO, or Mindanao Economic Development Council, it has evolved into Republic Act 9996, creating the Mindanao Development Authority. Mahirap kasi pag executive order lang, so they made it into a Republic Act para magkaroon ng stability and continuity. This was because the legal luminaries of both lower and upper houses of Congress understood the clamor of Mindanaoans to finally be acknowledged in our national affairs. In Section 2 of RA 9996, these valiant lawmakers specifically constructed the words. Ito po yung policy. It is hereby declared a policy of the state to accelerate the socio-economic growth of Mindanao, increase its trade, tourism, and investments, encourage private enterprise, and advancing efforts towards peace and development. Towards this end, an effective institutional mechanism shall be established to address the need for coordinated and integrated approach in the formulation and implementation of various Minda-wide or Mindanao-wide interregional development plans, programs, and projects. I know that the law is on my side because RA 9996 is very clear on the agency's mandate and the chairperson's term. And kung tatanggalin man, meron din siyang cause. Pinagdarasal ko po na sana ang kaso ay mapunta sa mga buting kamay na may malalim na pangunawa sa batas at may puso at malasakit. Para sa mga lingkod bayan na tulad ko, na walang ibang hinangad kundi magtrabaho ng tapat para sa bayan. Sana may pakita ng sitwasyon na ito ang totoong diwa ng bagong Pilipinas na ating hinahangad. kung saan ang good governance at public welfare ay napapatunayan na tunay na nangingibabaw sa lahat. Sana naman ay huwag ipawalang bahala ang mga umiiral na batas tulad ng Republic Act 9996. The law should always prevail. Syukran, dagang salamat, terima kasih, maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang Mindanao, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas na hinahangad nating lahat.
O ayan mga kababayan, nakita nyo yon? Kayo na po ang humusga kung paano nila nilapastangan ang karapatan ng mga taga Mindanao. Ha? Grabe. Bigla-bigla na lang nagpapalit ng tao. Appointed ni PRRD, iyang si Mabel Suma Acosta, mga kababayan. Nangiyak-ngiyak yung mama, yung ali, mga kababayan, dahil no, naging disrespectful yun para sa kanya. Walang respeto. Dire-diretsong tatanggalin na wala man lang abiso, mga kababayan. Kayo na po ang humusga, kayo mga taga Mindanao, alam nyo na po no, kung anong klaseng merong administrasyong ito. Ha? At titingnan natin no, kung ano ba ang impact ngayon sa bagong nakaupo dyan na si Leo Magno, mga kababayan. Kung siya ba'y taga Mindanao talaga, kung yung puso niya ay nasa Mindanao ba talaga. Pero question lang. Question ko lang po, tanong lang naman. Papayag ba kayo na ganun-ganun na lang ang pundo ibibigay sa inyo? Ang layo po sa 700 million or something compare doon sa budget na 267 million. I think hindi man lang umabot no, ng kalahati, mga kababayan, na kung saan ang ganda naman ng mga plans and programs no, ng Mindanao or Mindanao Development Authority pagdating sa mga kalamidad. Yung una nga, yung bagyong Pablo, mga kababayan, rehabilitation nun, nangunguna no, itong Mindanao Development Authority para masiayos, no? Masaiayos po lahat ng mga pangangailangan sa Taipong Pablo. O, yun lamang mga kababayan, maraming salamat and God bless us all. See you po sa ating next vlog.